What is up, you guys? This is All Day and Day 1 on the PS4, and I'm going to be giving you another build video for Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So with this build video, it's going to be for, you're going to want to get the Amazonian set or the Achilles set. If you're playing Cassandra, it's going to be the Amazonian, making you look like Wonder Woman, or you're going to end up wanting to get the Achilles set. So where these two sets come from, you're going to have to go ahead and do the top right corner cultists. So these cultists were, some of them were pretty tricky to find. These two right here were easy, and then this one as well. But the one that you have to kind of go for a little bit more is the Palace the Silencer. You have to go ahead and go to, I forget the Achaea's map part or whatever, Achaea. So when you go here, you have to fight for Athens. You don't fight for Sparta. So when you go here, you got to make sure you get the battleground of Achaea, and then you're gonna fight for Athens. And then you win. You'll see him pop up, and then you kill him. And then for this one, the swordfish. This one was kind of a tough one for me because I didn't know what I was supposed to do at first. But all you have to do is when you go to, I believe it is on Masara, so it's on the very bottom of the map. When you go to Masara, you're gonna just do all the side quests over here. It's gonna be all, not all of them, but you'll do about like 2 or 3 side quests over here, and then a quest will pop up over here that'll allow you to go to the Labyrinth of Souls. So when you do the side quest here, you only have to talk to the boy, and then the boy will tell you about Swordfish and where his whereabouts, not his whereabouts, but the old man. You go to the old man, and then the old man will tell you about where his whereabouts are for Swordfish. And then you go to Swordfish, so be aware there will be sharks involved as well. But you don't have to fight the sharks, you just gotta avoid them. But anyways, Swordfish will be there, and then you just go ahead and kill him, and then you get it. So once you get all those, you'll end up getting the full set of the Amazonian set or Achilles set. So what the set gives you is, it says 2% damage dealt restored as health. So this basically, I guess I wanted to call it the true warrior set, because that allows you to pretty much face tank a lot of stuff. You still do have to dodge a lot and parry, because I mean, if you're playing on hard or nightmare, I'm just playing on hard difficulty right now because I'm not that great yet with parrying and dodging, so I can still take a little bit more hits, but I've been getting a little bit better with dodging and whatnot. But the way that I have my gears all built out is I put assassin damage on my headpiece, and then I put crit chance, assassin damage, total armor, and assassin damage. The reason why I went with assassin damage is going to be very important, and I will tell you why in a bit. And then for the bow, for me, generally when it comes to anything that is not a hunter build, I like to have all 3 stats. So this is primarily a warrior build, so I like to have warrior damage as the primary, and then assassin damage and hunter damage on as well with that 10% damage. And then I put crit chance just because having more crit chance is better than having more crit damage, in my opinion, until you reach a certain amount of crit chance, because you want to be able to hit the crits, because if you're not going to hit crits, you're not going to hit crit damage, or you're not going to have the crit damage. The crit damage just won't be necessary then. And then for the dagger, so this one is purchased with Helix, but the dagger that I've been planning on trying to get, well, I'm going to be getting, is going to be right here, Dagger of Cronus. So with this dagger, it allows you to get 15% warrior damage, 15% dagger or damage with daggers, and 40% damage when attacking from behind. And then you can put anything you want on the last one, which I was thinking of putting like flame or weapons with flame or crit chance. But yeah, so you get this one from the Eyes of Cosmos, the Eyes of Cosmos cultists. So you have to complete, well, you don't necessarily have to complete these 2, but you do need to find out the clues for here, which would be better if you did complete the whole set over here, and then allows you to uncover or discover this sage. Now, if you don't mind spending Helix, then I would definitely recommend getting the Greek Hello, because the Greek Hello allows you to get 15% all damage, but you get minus 15% health. That's the only downfall, is the less health. But you also get assassin damage 15%, and then 25% crit damage, as well as being able to put anything, and I put 10% warrior damage. And then the Xiphos of Dionysos, I have no idea how to pronounce that, and I do not remember how I got this. I am so sorry, but you could always purchase your legendaries from the vendor that allows you to use the Auriculum ores, which is he's a merchant in focus, as it says. A merchant in focus will trade it in for great treasures, so you can try to get one of these from him, or I want to say it's a mercenary that I got it from. I want to say I got it from one of the mercenaries. I mean, not mercenaries, cultists. So I'm pretty sure I got this from one of the cultists. I can't remember, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it is one of the cultists. But what it does is it automatically gives you assassin damage, 25% crit damage, and then it gives you the hero strike ability. The reason hero strike ability is going to be very useful. So you're gonna have two options, though. I'll say there's two options for the swords. I mean, you can use whatever you want, but for me, these are the more fitting weapon types for like a Wonder Woman type of build. So the hero strike ability, and the one with the Nicholas's sword. So you can get Nicholas's sword very easily from just doing the story for fighting Nicholas. But you get this for, or not fighting Nicholas, you kill or I guess spare, one of the two. I don't know. I don't know about sparing him. I never spared him, but I did kill him, and I got the sword. But you get warrior damage, and then 20% damage to Athenian soldiers, which I don't mind. It's not bad. It's just sometimes I'm not fighting Athenian soldiers, so it's like it becomes useless. And then you get that 20% damage with Sparta Kick ability, which is going to be very useful because you're going to be using Sparta Kick a lot with this type of build. I mean, I wouldn't say a lot, but you will be using it. And then the weapon damage becomes fire damage. You get that from this weapon, and you get this weapon from killing the mercenary. What was his name? He will be the last mercenary. He's gonna be the tier 1 mercenary. I don't remember his name though. That's all I can remember, is he is the tier 1 mercenary. If you already beat him, then you already got it. Or no, he's not. No, that's not him. He gives you this. This one, he gives, oh man, he's a tier 2 mercenary. I'm sorry, you guys. I can't remember the names, but I know that he was a tier 2 mercenary. Tier 2 or tier 3. But he's got dual blades and a bear, I believe. Yeah, a bear. But yeah, anyways, we're going to go to the abilities. So with all the abilities, you're going to go ahead and go to warrior first. You can also, I guess you can go with hero strike first and then slow time. But anyway, so with the abilities, I always go with my passives first. For some reason, it's just how I go. But you got Gear Master and you got Weapons Master maxed out. And then you've got Ring of Chaos. So Ring of Chaos is going to be really nice because it pushes. It's like if you're playing as the real Wonder Woman, and she uses her braces and she slams those braces together. It pushes the enemies back. Like they start flying back, which looks super nice as the Wonder Woman. Obviously, if you're playing Alexios, it's not going to be the same. You're not Wonder Woman. But you're gonna also get Second Wind. I know you have the healing from your legendary set, but Second Wind is definitely gonna be super useful to come by, especially when you got fire or poison effects on you. I mean, you can try rolling out. You can roll out of fire effects, but poison, I don't think you can. But having this Second Wind is gonna help with that. And then it's also when you're pretty low on health, like when you have really low health, having Second Wind is going to be a nice little comeback. It would be nice if they had Second Wind for the third perk to, I guess, automatically activate when you're on your last health bar. But anyways, now you got Sparta Kick, and when you have it fully maxed out, it's going to have a little shockwave. It's going to push multiple enemies. It's not going to push them far, but it'll push them. And then you have the charged heavy attack maxed out with this. It reduces the charge rate or charge duration, but increases the damage by 150%. And then you also break their guard, which is pretty nice. And then shield breaker. So when you get shield breaker maxed out, you push the enemy far. It's basically like having the Sparta kick in a sense, but to enemies with the shield. And then it also pushes enemies around you. It does damage to enemies near you. And now I went with flaming attacks. The reason why I went with flaming attacks is because there obviously you don't get a whip in this game. So this is, and you know how with Wonder Woman's Lasso of Truth, it burns when you start lying. So I wanted to kind of use that in a sense and make it to where your weapons basically are like another variation of your Lasso of Truth when it comes to the flaming attacks. Your Lasso of Truth or your sword or your daggers will become on fire. And then you also got the Battle Cry of Ares, which are obviously you're going to have to get this maxed out as well. Overpower attacks is just really good. Battle Cry of Ares, obviously you want this because you're going to be really strong and you're going to take a lot less damage as well. And it doesn't require any adrenaline, so that's a nice buff. Now with the heroes or with the assassin set, so with the assassin set I would go with these two first before you go with these, just in case you don't have enough points, because you're not going to be sneaking around too much. You can, but you're going to go with Hero Strike first because it allows you to do 100% more or 100% of your assassin damage with a Hero Strike, which means on my assassin damage I'll be doing at least 83,304 damage non-crit altogether, because you do like 3 or 4 hits. You do about 3 or 4 hits altogether, or I don't exactly remember how many, but you do a lot of hits with the Hero Strike. If you don't kill them within the first or 2 strikes, you do like I believe it's 4 hits. And then you got slow time. So obviously if you want to play like Wonder Woman, you got to know that she's really fast. So being able to slow time down and run around and just start slashing your enemies up is going to be super nice. Now obviously if you don't want to have the flaming attacks, you don't have to, but if you don't go with that, I would highly recommend venomous attacks, because with venomous attacks, especially if you're playing on hard or nightmare, this is going to help a lot because it reduces the amount of armor the enemy has, and then it also reduces the amount of damage they deal as well. So having this plus the poison mastery is going to help you a lot. And yeah, so that's pretty much everything that I wanted to cover with this build. I don't think there's anything else that I'm missing. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys some gameplay. And like I said, this is on hard difficulty, so you may see me mess up a little bit, take a little bit too much damage, but yeah. Anyways, this is All Day Any Day 1 on the PS4. Have a good day, good night, and peace.
It ends here!